King Charles III is dead. In my Crusader Kings 3 game, where I'm trying to take a Charles from being Prince of Wales to the King of England. And we haven't done it yet. Can his successor or successors do any better? The story continues. Out. May not be with us for much longer. Can remove guardianship. I'm not sure that really helps with the stress. How much is of a burden is a child to look after? I mean, in real life, definitely quite a lot. But so we're going for centralization, even though when we get there, it won't be active for very long. As well, so total soldiers, mercenaries. How much are mercenaries these days? So you can get 700-800 troops for a couple, 200-300 gold. Okay. So maybe if we attack religious convictions, right? I'll just take. I don't think it's worth the gamble, so we'll take that and we'll cancel this way because it's not really worth doing it again and again. What are we looking? Any one of these people? I mean, they're all relatively happy. He's given me most of the golds, that's fine. She's as happy as I guess she will be. Any other vassals looking pretty sad? This guy. Okay. Well, I don't know. What's the worst that can happen? We lose everything. I mean, that would be the worst. But let's do it. So, Holy War. Well, Mercia doesn't really make sense because it's expensive. You'd be better to do just a... do the county. Then it's much cheaper. But we want to do the duchy. That's a full duchy. So's that. Although that means that I'll be bordered by Scotland. Maybe I don't want that. So maybe that one's better. It's not that I don't want to be bordered by Scotland, but then I'll be involved in the border wars up here. No titles. If I surrender, no titles. But what else happens? They share lots of that. I would have to pay lots of gold. So I should spend the gold first. You know. All your Catholic vassals lose. Yeah, fine. Well, let's do it. Raise the armies. And let's bring in our strong... So you're close by, so you would be good. Let's call to the war. 150 prestige. And that's you. And you with your lots of troops. And I can also call my house member. That would cost. I don't know if it's worth it. I suppose. Well, we'll see. I think I've got enough troops there. To war we go. Sway compliments. compliment is well received, would it be to make my Duke... That's fine. Ignore it. And he has made his allies join. Right, so what's that looking like in terms of numbers? 10,000 versus 7,000. I think that's alright. I do need these troops to hurry up a bit. A bit more. I'm passing through that place, the capital of my vassal, when I receive an invitation to visit his castle. As I arrive, he welcomes me with open arms and a tour. One thing that strikes me is that this place is full of unfinished projects. So I guess we might be able to help him on one of those projects. Yeah, please join. A library where the books are stacked in corners, unfinished building product all over the place. Most notable, a whole dining hall, and a chest of gold just standing in the middle of the hallway. Castle is such a mess. I think I can help out. 96% chance of being successful. And it being a stewardship challenge, that's going to be the one to go for. Right. What? What? Quick, quick, quicker. All it needed was some dedicated attention. I soon have his dining hall well on its way to completion. Things are looking good, and there are other areas I can still help him out in. So, 68% chance. Bound books, loose documents, decorated spines. After a lot of reshuffling, there's finally some semblance of order in the chaos that is his library. Things looking good, and there are other areas I can still help him out in. I'm just worried. Yeah, it's like over a third chance I'll be riding my luck. Go to bed. Right. This big battle has finally gone my way. I spot the Duke by the entrance waiting to see me off in the morning. As I walk up to him, I hear him muttering to himself. He really fixed the place up. And he's glad. All of that for 10 opinion. Someone comes to your house, fixes like all the problems you have. Well, okay, 2/3 of the problems. But that last problem was you've left your money out. So it's not really a big problem. You know, fixes your dining hall and your books. Just like, oh yeah, that was nice of him. I think you'd be a bit more enthusiastic, wouldn't you? New acquisitions. During the daily management of my realm, I've learned several different opportunities I can pursue. Each opportunity has great potential, but realistically I can only pursue one of them. Must determine what value, what would ultimately give me the most value. Right, okay. So learning, managing his holdings, or just money. The Lost Home contains a very good book artifact, or an uninteresting book. So it's like paying 125 gold for that book. And is it going to be worth it? Well, let's go for it. An uninteresting old book artifact. So the answer is no. But it does give me extra lifestyle. Is it a trinket? Still masterwork, isn't it? It's still pretty good. Monthly stewardship lifestyle experience plus 5%. I'm slightly worried about where these people are going, but if we can siege down all these places before, that would be very good. And now someone's raiding me. Every time. Right. I don't want to distract them. I do need to start moving towards the castle. Yeah, I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have moved off there. Right, come on, everyone on. Child of my dynasty. Right. So, my half-sister Charlotte has given birth to a son. Who are you, Charlotte? Your parents were King Charles III. So, yes, half-sister. And your son, then, will not be called Owen. He'll be called Charles, of course, after your father. Okay. Great. So we swayed this guy. It's fine. Exercise and mediation. When the raised voices reached me yet again, I quenched my instinct to turn on my heel. The constant bickering of my vassals, those two, is enough to drive any man mad. Something must be done. I could either treat the situation as an exercise in mediation or eavesdrop and approach one of them with my sympathies afterward. So it's a diplomacy challenge, which I could come across as an insensitive meddler. Or I could get prestige, but more likely to annoy them. Or I could make one of them like me a bit. I mean, they both like me enough anyway, but the top one gives experience and potential for prestige. And am I already swaying him again? Yes, so we'll just try the top one. Yeah, I made them both angry. Well, that's just what you get. You start meddling in people's problems. And, well, expectedly they get annoyed. So we will enforce demands. And I now have more of England. Cool. Disband? Why aren't you disbanding? Because I'm being raided. Oh. Fine, go home and do that. But our conquest, move that out of the way for a second. Going from being Charles, the Prince of Wales, to the King of England. Progress is being made. It's still a long way to go. We now hold Wales, parts of West England. Where is that? Warwickshire, Midlands, and Yorkshire, Lancashire. You know, just most of England to go. Anyway, a new child, my son Charles, has a new baby daughter, who in fine tradition will be called Charlotte. And we've scared the raiders away. The map. So this is local man drawing stuff of local hills, being more vigilant. Yeah, sure. Expand. A new stewardship. Right, so we were going for development. And we have plenty of gold, not much stress. Maybe we do go on a pilgrimage. For what reason, I ask? You ask? Who knows? I don't have an answer. So we can go to the Vatican, Jerusalem, or Cologne. Let's, I mean, go to the closest one. Better to do it before being ill. I can assert the title, and I can demand payment. So let's do both of those things. Oh, that's just changed. Does not have enough gold to pay because I have a weak hook, but fine. Low controlled and too many duchies. Is that you can hold more than 2 duchies? More duchies you hold. Right, how many do I hold? I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I need to get rid of 1. And that's the one which I just got. So I now need to grant it to someone. Who do I choose? It doesn't really make sense to give it to your heir, does it? I don't think you're allowed to. Because then they just... I don't know. Because they get your primary ones, they'll just end up with too many afterwards. So, relevance. My cousin. I mean, my cousins with incorrect names. Charles. My grandson. My genius grandson, who's only 7. He will be... well, he's in the line of succession, so... Alfredo... Sure, let's just give it to my grandson. Or this guy. I don't know. How'd you choose? Someone in my house. Oh, that's what we'll do. Claims. We'll choose the parentage that we prefer. So, I don't recognize either of your parents. So your grandparent was Princess Charlotte, who was one of King Charles II's. So confusing. Fine. Or you are Prince Harry. I could just give it to Prince Harry. But I mean, he's already been, causing enough problems. Fine. We'll grant it to you. Must hold or receive at least 1 county. So... Sure, that's the one furthest away. Pilgrimage. Right, I forgot, I'm on a pilgrimage. So, I wake up to the noise of chaos in the camp, but it only takes me a few minutes to realise what's happening. We are under attack. Bandits are swarming our tents and wagons while our guards do what they can to resist. So, prowess challenge, which my prowess is 10, so it's not the greatest. I could be wounded. Or I can pay them. Intrigue. So it's like a 30% chance of being wounded. I mean, I can pay them. I will then be in debt, but it's not. My prowess isn't good enough, I don't think, to take the risk. Take the 5 gold. If it's only 5 out of 10. And you will accept my alliance. I don't really need the alliance just now. So. The arrival. So having walked the path, gain lots of piety and become a pilgrim. And I can ask my head of faith for the gold. He will not accept. He is greedy. Sizable treasury. So he has a sizable treasury? Or I do? Because I don't. His opinion of you is -4. But so I need to sway him instead. Which isn't going to work. Right, we still have low control. It's definitely worth fixing up. I do have my Seneschal fixing up control, but still. Good to have my Marshal working on it. Quick, ask him before he doesn't want to. Thanks. Are there factions targeting me? Just the one. Prince William. My half-brother. Thought you liked me. Maybe I should be swaying you. And who do I have? I mean, they're all powerful vassals except for my Marshal, who is still the best, actually. No, this guy's the best, but he's my... Okay, we can juggle things about. So if I swap this guy in... yes. And then I can change this to be Prince Harry, my half-brother and vassal. That will make him slightly happier. Right, my daughter-in-law has given birth to another son. Excellent. So, it's a good thing. Oh, and he is a intelligent boy. So you have a Charles, a Charlotte, so you can have Charlie. Speed up time, and then something will happen. Or not. I was also improving, like, my principality. I swear... I look at this place from time to time, and it sometimes has lots of stuff, and then sometimes has nothing. Do the buildings get removed when a raid comes in or something? Defender of the Faith. There was a commotion among the children today. Someone was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. Charles was furious. that anyone could target someone attempting to speak on behalf of Jesus and chased away the other children. Zealous, or he could be brave, I want some stress, or calm. All pretty good. And we're talking about my grandson, so future king, potentially. Brave, maybe the best, except for the likelihood of dying in battles. Or calm would increase the diplomacy and intrigue. So, what are you currently good at? Quite a lot of things. And zealous is martial. Just martial. Bit of piety as well. People of different faiths will not like him, but... And it's harder to convert people. Which could be a thing that we're trying to do then. I don't know. It's probably okay. You're 9. And I'm the Guardian. Fine. I could educate a child. So we have a couple of new granddaughters. Grandchildren even. Let's go with Charlie. Let's try and educate. Who would we like to educate? This girl. So I suppose the intelligent is good. Good diplomacy on that one. It's the traits you've got to look out for, because they might end up lustful or... Well, lustful's fine. Paranoid isn't. Actually, lustful is a sin for Catholics, but... or the Archbishop. If you want to be vengeful, honest, fickle. I don't know. Just go with the giant. I think there's a couple more children out there that I could try and educate. But I don't know if it's really worth it. Right, call to war. Honor our alliance and join me in the war. Holy war, okay. It's in weird white text. Makes it harder to read. Right, so this is the Kent guy and Northumbria. And fine. If I decline, then he loses opinion, and I lose fame. Guess we're coming into this war. So, what is it actually for? All of Norfolk. Snake at court. And a new perk. But first the snake, right. So, my half-sister, who has a husband, is doing stuff with a mare. Good for her. So there is an army coming. Prince Harry, has been hosting my chancellor for some time. The way he imposes himself on my home, while encouraging no less than grovelling servitude, disgusts me. What lord would send such a terrible representative? What have you done, Harry? Yeah. What have you done, Harry? Okay, Yum's Vikings have been called because it's a holy war. These guys are bypassing me. Maybe I need to jump down there. My wife is, oh no. She has been under a lot of stress lately. But because it's the second time, it's given me this instead of the other one before. So before I just said, oh no, she's having problems. But was she like stress level 2 or 3? It was 2 before. I kind of want to finish the siege. They're trying to de-siege over here. I feel like, oh, are they going to... Okay, fine, I need to go over here. Quick up. Quick up. Come on. Quick. Just about. It's going to be close. Very close. So, our alliance expired because Prince Philip, my house brother, has died. My brother was slain in battle. Yeah, in this battle. On my side, like, was he one of my... Yeah, he was. He was in my care and I let him die. Okay, but I inherited something. Looked like some odd box. Beautiful stick horse. Prestige and a child's opinion. Like... Okay, fine. Wealth plenty. My treasury is brimming with gold and silver, and all the expenses are cared for. As a wealthy lord, I'm expected to offer patronage to some kind of artist or scholar. Still have that perk. Right. Let's do the perk first. Popular opinion, domain limit, architect. Or more money whilst we're at war, because we're currently at war. Tax contribution. Let's go for the short term. So I could have Immaculate Gardens for 5 years, or supporting religious art for 5 years with these two. Prestige, funding natural philosophy for 5 years, learning +2, and was that development growth? Yeah, no, and I have other plans, which is apparently a lie, and I have to use prestige. So let's go with this one, if I have to do it. Prince William is not swayed. Well, maybe it's because we've tried a few times. Well, we'll try again. He is still relatively discontent. Right, there's also a dynasty legacy. So, which one do we want? Suit efficiency, title creation cost. Noble veins. I've now got quite a few like intelligent geniuses there, so maybe I should go for that. I guess recruitment cost is reduced, so quite expensive. Marriage acceptance is also a problem. And I guess we'll go with congenital, because why not? And am I being raided? Yes, but there is someone on the way to fix the problem. Go down here. So I'm going to be attacked. No, don't stop, you idiot. Where are you going? Come back. Oh, you're such an idiot. I'm here fighting for you and you run away. Cannot believe that. Anyway. A lesson in Lucre? Lucre. Is this French? Anyway, my grandson Charles has just finished a lesson held by Harry on the management of the treasury and the gold therein. Charles seems to have taken the lesson to heart with a reinforced sense of justice. He is constantly talking about how everyone from the highest king to the lowest stable boy plays a part in the economy of the realm. So he's just, or he can be greedy, or he can be callous. Yeah, let's keep him just. See, if you'd fought with me, you wouldn't be being chased down, and we might have won that battle. Maybe not in the town itself, because then they would have got defensive bonuses. But we could have stood somewhere more appropriate. No, that's a lost battle. Run away! Oh, you idiot. Seems my dealings with Baroness Non, I may have accidentally made certain promises. Well, you fool. Prince Harry. Always Prince Harry. Fine. Feudal tax is reduced. My cousin has been taken prisoner. Right, what's going on? They have more soldiers than us now. It's not going to work if we don't have the soldiers. What's going on here? So these people have another war. They do. Started relatively recently. So I could try and join up with them, because they've got 1,000 there, 600 here. I've got 2150. Apparently I didn't have all armies raised, I don't know. So wait for those two to join up, and we will... the opposite of split, merge. There we go. So they've got 1,600 troops, and they're about to get hit by 3,100. I make it there in time. They're not even trying. Right, anyway, we have a councillor missing. Can we shuffle this about such that people... Right, Prince Harry's not even worth being the Chancellor anymore. But is there anyone better? No, they're almost acceptable though. It's close enough that you probably would do it. And I mean, he's already not really happy with me. Fine. In terms of Marshal then, I mean, I can't put a 6 and a 4 in. But are you any better? Countess Anne's. No. I was just thinking, could move you across. And because they would be a good spy master even if they don't like me. But I could sway them into liking me. And we'll just put best non high power vassal. Okay, so what is the next lifestyle perk that we want? Vassal tax contribution? Yeah. Or defensive measures. Garrison size. I mean, I am at war at the moment, but let's go with this. It's like, I was just following you, so I'll just sit nearby. Are we going to go attack these people? Do you want to attack them? Talking to you. You going to come this way? No. Fine. I'll stand near you, but I'm not going to go attack them without you. We'll just go in circles, shall we? Cancer. A stranger inside. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like, and if you think you would enjoy more, then please subscribe, or even join me live on Twitch. Whilst it's cliche, all of these will help the channel. On screen is something carefully curated, or something the YouTube algorithm suggests, or maybe even both. In any case, have a great day.